One of the worst moments of my adulthood was when I had an affair on my wife. Those are the words that stopped the internet cold. Country star Jelly Roll, the man fans once called the heart of Nashville redemption, suddenly confessing one of the darkest chapters of his life. And almost instantly, chaos erupted online. When Jelly Roll admitted he'd cheated on his wife, Bunny XO, fans were heartbroken, others furious. But what really sent the internet spinning wasn't his confession, it was her response. On October 23, Bunny XO posted this. "It actually takes a stronger woman to face pain head-on, do the work, and rebuild with the man she loves instead of running or gossiping." Just like that, the story changed. Because this wasn't just about infidelity, it was about redemption, resilience, and the painful work of rebuilding love in front of millions. So what really happened behind the scenes? Was Jelly Roll's confession a moment of raw honesty, or a carefully timed PR move before Bunny's new memoir drops? Let's break it down. It started quietly. Jelly Roll sat down for a long-form interview on the Human School podcast, known for getting real with its guests. No stage lights, no country star swagger, just a man looking tired of hiding his truth. He leaned forward and said, "One of the worst moments of my adulthood was when I had an affair on my wife." The host froze. The room went silent. And within hours, that single sentence would spread like wildfire across TikTok, Twitter, and country music fan forums. For many fans, Jelly Roll wasn't just another singer, he was proof that broken people could turn their lives around. So hearing him admit to betraying his wife hit differently. Clips flooded For You pages, reactions ranging from heartbreak to disbelief. One fan wrote, "How could someone who sings about loyalty and pain do this?" Another commented, "At least he's owning it." Most wouldn't. And that's the paradox of Jelly Roll, a man who built his career on brutal honesty, now confessing a truth too brutal for some to forgive. But to understand the full story, we need to talk about Bunny XO, the woman who chose forgiveness instead of fury. Before she was the wife of Jelly Roll, Bunny DeFord, known online as Bunny XO, had built her own world, a model, podcast host, entrepreneur, and unapologetic voice for women owning their past. She and Jelly Roll met in 2015, fell fast, and married a year later in Las Vegas. At the time, both were still fighting personal battles, his with addiction and fame, hers with self-image and past trauma. Together, they seemed unstoppable, the raw, rebellious couple who didn't pretend to be perfect. That's why the affair cut so deep. Because this wasn't just another celebrity scandal, it was a crack in a love story fans had believed in. But Bunny didn't post cryptic tweets or delete her photos. She didn't burn it all down. Instead, she responded with that now viral quote. "It actually takes a stronger woman to face pain head-on." It was calm, measured, empowered. And it sent one message loud and clear: she was choosing strength, not surrender. When the internet gets involved, forgiveness rarely stays private. Within hours, fans were split right down the middle. On one side, people calling Bunny a queen for forgiving. On the other, comments saying, "This is embarrassing. Once a cheater, always a cheater." TikTok creators dissected every word of her statement. Twitter threads debated whether she was being manipulated or magnanimous. And Reddit forums questioned if this was all conveniently timed with the upcoming release of Bunny's memoir. Because yes, she has a book coming. Stripped Down, Unfiltered and Unapologetic, releasing in February. And suddenly, people started asking, did Jelly Roll confess now, to help launch the book later? The timing was too perfect. The confession in October. The book in February. The narrative? Pain, healing, and growth. Coincidence, or calculated? We can't say for sure. But what's undeniable is that Bunny XO has never been one to hide behind others. In interviews, she's talked about survival, self-love, and facing hard truths, long before this scandal ever surfaced. Maybe this moment was simply another chapter in the story she's been telling all along. Let's rewind. 2018, 2 years after Jelly Roll and Bunny said I do. Jelly's career was just taking off. His schedule was insane. The money, the fame, the pressure, all new. Behind the scenes, though, things weren't perfect. Jelly Roll has been open about his struggles with addiction, insecurity, and the demons of his past. And in that chaos, somewhere between tour buses and hotel rooms, he made a choice he'd regret for the rest of his life. The affair wasn't long. But the damage was. It shattered trust, self-image, and everything the couple had built together. Bunny would later write that the betrayal ripped open old wounds she thought had healed. She could have walked. No one would have blamed her. But instead, she did something most people couldn't. She stayed. Not because she was weak, but because she believed their love was bigger than his mistake. Jelly Roll has said it himself. "I did a lot of work to repair that relationship. The repair has been special, man. We're stronger than we could have ever been." That line hit fans right in the chest. Because rebuilding trust after betrayal, especially in public, isn't just hard, it's nearly impossible. The internet remembers everything. Every mistake, every rumor, every screenshot. Yet somehow, Jelly Roll and Bunny turned that pain into purpose. They went to therapy. They built boundaries. And more importantly, they started talking about it, openly. Their joint podcast, their interviews, their Instagram stories, all filled with lessons about accountability, communication, and healing. It was messy, honest, and oddly refreshing in a world where most celebrity couples fake perfection. Fans began to notice the difference: more affection, more transparency, more partnership. It wasn't PR gloss. It was two people rebuilding something from the ashes. And the world couldn't look away. Now, let's talk about that book. Stripped Down, Unfiltered and Unapologetic. A title that perfectly captures Bunny's new chapter. Some say it's a power move, a way for Bunny to reclaim her story before tabloids twist it. Others think it's strategic, the final step in a long redemption rollout for the couple. Whatever the truth, it's working. Her fanbase has grown, her podcast streams are up, and she's quickly becoming a face of modern resilience. In the book, Bunny reportedly dives into her past, her struggles, and how she found grace in chaos. If the excerpts we've seen are any indication, she's not hiding the pain, she's turning it into art. Here's the thing about celebrity forgiveness: it's never just between two people. The world becomes a third party. Every Instagram post, every smile, every lyric gets dissected. When Bunny smiles beside Jelly Roll, people say, she's putting on an act. When she looks serious, they say, she's still hurting. It's a no-win situation. But this couple has learned to tune out the noise. They post what feels right. They talk about growth. They laugh through interviews. They've learned that healing doesn't need to be picture perfect, it just needs to be real. And in that honesty, fans started seeing something deeper. Not a cheater and his forgiving wife, but two flawed humans who chose to keep showing up. If there's one thing Jelly Roll has mastered, it's the art of owning his mistakes. He's never pretended to be the hero, only a man trying to do better. From his lyrics about pain and redemption to his candid talks about addiction and guilt, Jelly Roll's vulnerability is his superpower. This confession didn't destroy that image, it deepened it. Fans began to see the full picture: the sinner, the struggler, the survivor. And Bunny? She became the quiet force behind that redemption. Not with dramatic posts or viral takedowns, but with grace. "Growth isn't weakness," she wrote. "It's grace." Those words became her new mantra. And maybe, that's what love looks like in the real world, not fairy tales, but forgiveness that hurts and heals at the same time. It's easy to cancel someone. Harder to believe they can change. And almost impossible to do the work of rebuilding with them. Jelly Roll and Bunny XO didn't choose the easy route. They chose the long one: therapy, honesty, accountability, and a whole lot of awkward public healing. But in doing so, they gave people something rare in celebrity culture: hope. They proved that relationships don't have to end at the first crack. sometimes, the cracks are where the light gets in. We live in a time where every mistake becomes content, and every apology becomes strategy. So when someone like Jelly Roll bares his soul, the question is always the same: is it real? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe what matters is that people saw themselves in their pain, the heartbreak, the rebuilding, the choice to keep loving after trust breaks. Because beneath the celebrity headlines, this is something deeply human. Two people trying to heal each other in front of a world that wants to see them fail. I wish our story would have gone without an affair, Jelly Roll said quietly, but I'm proud of who we are today. That's not a perfect ending. It's a real one. Because love isn't always loyal at first. Sometimes, it becomes loyal after being broken. Maybe that's why this story hits so hard. Because it's not just about fame or forgiveness, it's about what happens when the spotlight fades and two people decide to try again anyway. And in a world obsessed with canceling, maybe that's the boldest move of all. So, what do you think? Was Jelly Roll's confession a genuine act of accountability, or a calculated PR redemption arc? Let me know in the comments, and remember, sometimes, the strongest love stories are the ones that survive the truth.